2010 is based on Arthur C. Clarke's novel, 2010 Odyssey 2, which is itself a sequel to the film version of 2001. It has the thankless task of being a sequel to the greatest science fiction film ever made.
The last thing you want to do is make the sequel to 2001 and piss off Arthur C. Clarke or Stanley Kubrick. I would not do the film unless Kubrick said okay and Arthur C. Clarke said okay. And Stanley Kubrick, to me, is one of the great directors, or the greatest director that's ever lived. I am not. The only way to do it was to make a film that honestly could not be compared to 2001. They're different in every possible way. Kubrick, and he said, just make sure it's yours. Just make sure you make your film.
Roy Scheider plays Haywood Floyd, who was originally portrayed by William Sylvester in 2001. He has an opportunity to go out to Jupiter and determine what actually happened with the crew of the Discovery. Scheider, along with John Lithgow and Bob Balaban, hitch a ride aboard a Russian spacecraft captained by Helen Mirren.
What has happened to American bravery?
It's alive and well, thank you very much. What's happened to Russian common sense?
This is the height of the Reagan era, and here's a film about Russians and Americans doing a joint venture in space. In Arthur's book, everybody got along famously. I thought it would be interesting to have all hell break loose on Earth and have it become serious.
All American personnel are ordered to leave Soviet territory immediately or they will be placed under arrest.
It plays with the Cold War thing, the early 80s paranoia that we had, but it also takes Hal, who is essentially the villain in 2001, and kind of reprograms him to be the hero.
Do you want me to stay with you?
No. It is better for the mission if you leave.
Keir Dullea returns to reprise his role as Dave Bowman. And Douglas Rain returns to voice Hal, the computer.
Dr. Floyd?
Yes?
Would you like to play a game of chess? I play very well.
I'm sure you do.
I had recorded Douglas first. So when Keir did his scenes, he did them with Hal.
I'm afraid.
Don't be. We'll be together.
And he came to me afterwards in tears, because when he did 2001, he did it with a Cockney third assistant director. Opened the pod bay doors, Hal. Sorry, Dave. Can't do that, Dave.
We used a docking ring in the Leonov to attach to the Discovery. For a trip back home.
Roy Scheider was joy. What I correct with Roy was he was always in the sun. He would be outside the studio with a reflector. The crew put a sign that said Scheider Beach outside the stage. In 2001, the monolith was a sentinel. It's an alarm that goes off that tells some other intelligence that somebody has stepped on the moon. I certainly think they left a lot to people's own interpretation. In 2010, the monolith is a basic life form building block. I think it's kind of futuristic DNA. I tried to make a science feasible film. I just wanted to make a film that was completely different, so it could not rightfully be compared to 2001, because I can't be compared to Stanley Kubrick. It's as simple as that.
What's going to happen?
Something wonderful.